Well, remember a while ago when I did that story time on strange messages I've received? Nothing could have prepared me for the most recent batch of strange messages that I've gotten over PSN. Hey, what's going on, geeks? Maxusthebeast is here, and welcome back to story time. Now, this one's going to be a bit shorter than all the other ones because there's only going to be one story, and it's a doozy. This is a story that has happened in the last couple days. And it's, quite frankly, the craziest story with messages I've ever had. It even tops the guy who's trying to make me act in a porno as a prank for his girlfriend. It even tops that. And there's very few things that can do that, considering how insane that story was. And you guys are probably wanting me to go ahead and just get to the frickin' point already. Will do. So, it happened on a nice Tuesday morning. I woke up like I normally do. I go downstairs and into the kitchen, fix my breakfast, and boot up the old PlayStation so I can watch some Netflix on it. While I eat breakfast, I'm watching Netflix. And then, during the middle of a Star Wars The Clone Wars episode, I get a message from a user I do not recognize. Now, normally this wouldn't really bother me that much, because my privacy settings allow anyone to message me, but only people like who are friends to join parties and send pictures and stuff. So, I've had situations in the past where people have reached out to me, because one instance I killed somebody through some crazy headshot in Battlefield or something, and the player assumed I was a good player and wanted to friend me because he thought I was good at Battlefield. When he found out that I wasn't that great, his interest was lost. Oh well. But this message struck me as odd. So I paused the episode I was watching and go over to the messaging service on the PlayStation. The message reads, "Hi, my name is..." Not sharing that because that's their real name, and I must keep confidentiality and all that. But the person goes on and says, "I am 21, female." Well, okay. No problem with talking to a girl, even if this girl's just randomly messaging me for no reason over PlayStation of all things. And I've never even, I don't recall seeing a person of that name in any game or anything like that. She goes on and says, "How old are you?" Well, my age is something that I'm not too keen on giving out to complete strangers on the internet. At least if I meet somebody in real life, I'll probably end up telling you. But if you're some bozo I meet online, no, I'm not telling you unless I really get to know you. So, I decide to, how do you phrase it, screw with her a little bit. I tell her that I'm 66. She says, "Nice. I always think that it's nice to reach out and talk to people of different age groups to see how it's different, how their generation differs from my own. Where do you live? So, I decide to continue to mess with her and tell her I'm from the great motherland of Russia. Hopefully you can understand that. That's my horrible excuse of a Russian imitation. Or Russian accent. That's my horrible imitation of one, anyway. But I tell her that I'm from the great land of Mother Russia. She believes me. Okay? She says, cool. I live in the good old US of A. Well, she lists a state, but even though there's plenty of people who live in that state, I'm still not going to give out that location. Just to, you know, not be rude or creepy or whatever. She says, so, okay, this is where it's going to get a little bit possibly explicit. So, younger viewers, turn away now. She asks if I'm interested in a big butt, big boob girl. To which I'm now playing Star Wars Battlefront. Okay, I'm just trying to chill, listen to some music, play the game, and enjoy my time. I'm not interested in it, getting access to some stripper or something. But since I had already set up the ruse that I was a 66-year-old Russian man, I had to continue with the whole Russian thing. So I say, ma'am, I'm not she referred to herself as a chick. I said, ma'am, I'm not interested in what you called a big booty chicken. I have a wife. She would be very upset with me and potentially kill me if she caught me looking at her big booty chick. Sorry to disappoint. The reason I say disappoint is because my finger slipped and I ended up typing an extra dis in front of the dis in disappoint. To correct my mistake, I say correction. I meant disappoint. I cannot type as well as I used to. Apologies for any spelling mistakes. And then it's not just her boob she wants to show off. She wants to show off her lady part. Thankfully, I mean, like I said, on my privacy settings, she can't send pictures. And I don't think, unless she has like a camera attached to her PS4, that there's no way that she can send a picture of herself. But this might get some people upset or whatever, and I'm sorry if this like gets anybody weirded out, but she referred to the part as a hootie. Okay, I could be completely wrong about what that is, but in my mind, I'm assuming that she's referring to her lady part. And at this point I'm like, what do I do? Well, except I'm going to decide to screw around a bit more. That's what the logical person would do, right? Well, actually, the logical person would just block this user and go about their day. But no, I'm no logical person. When somebody decides to do stuff like this to me, I decide to screw back. So, I type in, ma'am, I do not know what a hoot is. Whatever you're talking about, I have a wife and a family, which I care for very much. I do not want to throw it away for whatever a hoot is. I hope whatever you decide to do in your life benefits you. Have a good one. By the way, over here, Mother Russia, we don't take kindly to your kind. What? Look before you leap. Sorry to disappoint you, by the way. And that, ladies and gents, is how I convinced and tricked some stripper into believing that there was a 66-year-old Russian male with a family who mentioned Putin after her, if she wasn't careful. So, that was a very interesting scenario. And I decided that I was gonna be a little bit more, maybe not rebellious, but a bit more sneaky or sly or whatever, and decide to screw with some people when they decide that they want to start showing off whatever a hoot is. Please don't Google that. I'm not going to either. Anywho, that's my story, and it was a pretty crazy one in my opinion. I'm sure that other people have had crazier stories with weird ladies before, but for somebody who doesn't really socialize with the opposite gender that much, it's kind of alarming to see that a lot of them are that willing to sell their bodies. Just saying. Anywho, this is a bit more explicit than I'd like to put in my normal videos, but it's too crazy and kind of funny of a story to not tell. I might age restrict this, I don't know. If this is out to the general public, then I obviously did not. Whatever. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I'm sorry for the lack of uploads. This last week's been absolutely insane. I'm going to do a channel update later this week explaining some stuff on why and whatever. And sorry for the lack of storytime videos over the last couple months. I've honestly kind of run dry on major stories right now. I mean, of course, I still have a few that I'm quite willing to share. But I don't have as many as I used to, as I already shared a lot of my good ones. Anywho, I'll keep you guys posted on when this channel update's coming, presumably Friday or something. If not, then expect it Saturday. By this weekend. I'm kind of lax on upload schedule right now. Anyway, guys, thanks again for watching. As always, Maxusthebeast is out.